Tesla Model 2. $10,179. Does that price seem believable to you? $10,179 or maybe $10,999 are we actually about to see Tesla release a brand new EV for the same cost as a 10-year-old Honda Civic? You've seen the headlines and heard the buzz on social media. Now it's time to dig deeper and take a look at the numbers. Today, we're diving into the big question from last week's inbox: what's the real cost of the Tesla Model 2? Could it truly be under 11 grand? Let's break down the figures in today's episode of Tesla Car World. So, what is the real price tag of the Tesla Model 2? Is it truly under $11,000? First, it's important to know that many videos online seem to knock off another $1,000 from the Model 2 price. One commenter joked, "At this rate the car will be free by Christmas." Another said, 30-mile range. Under 30 grand after incentives? I'd faint. Healthy skepticism is definitely needed here. So, where did the $10,179 number come from? That very specific number is not an official Tesla price. It's a rough estimate, based on leaked internal cost memos, numbers calculated before adding in regulatory fees, shipping, or local taxes. Early pilot versions suggest Tesla's new unboxed chassis, jigcast subframes, and structural battery pack could pull manufacturing costs down to around $13,000. Now add in federal perks like the U.S. $7,500 Inflation Reduction Act credit, and maybe a $5,000 state incentive like in Colorado, and the math opens up a possibility. A perfectly eligible buyer in just the right zip code might drive away paying only $10,179 to $11,999. In reality, not many people qualify for the full federal credit, only about 29% do. Because of income limits and car price caps. State programs often require lots of paperwork, specific financing terms, or lease-only deals. Many incentives come as tax refunds the next spring, not as discounts at checkout. Once you add destination fees, documentation charges, dealer markups, and optional features, the final price usually jumps to somewhere between $18,000 and $23,000 depending on your location. So, what's a realistic price? Based on current material prices, supplier info, and our internal estimates, we've built a rough MSRP forecast for all three trims. The base version, with about 200 miles of range, is estimated to start around $19,500. With every available tax credit and incentive, some buyers might end up paying as low as $11,999. The mid-level trim, offering 250 miles of range, is projected to cost about $22,500, which drops to around $14,999 with all the benefits. Finally, the long-range option, with over 300 miles, is expected to cost between $25,000 and $27,000, with post-incentive pricing possibly falling between $17,000 and $20,000. By syncing current market data with our cost goals, we believe all three versions will stay very competitive, especially with the generous tax credits available today. Future cost savings rely on three main areas: high manganese LFP cells, automated wire harness production, and low-cost, high-volume assembly in countries like Mexico or India, each of which could shave another $1,000 off the total cost. Elon Musk's message is clear. Mass-market EVs can arrive sooner than expected. Even if the launch price is around $19,000. That's still much less than the average new EV price in the US today. Yes, $10,179 is possible. But that's not the price you'll see on the dealership sticker this year. Still, even at 19 grand, the Model 2, or whatever it ends up being called, could make a serious impact on the budget car market and pull EV prices across the board downward. In our next video, we'll look at the real timeline for the Tesla Model 2, when it will be officially revealed, and when it will be available for purchase. But for now, leave a comment. What final price would convince you to put down a deposit? Thanks. And don't forget to circle late 2025 on your calendar. That's when the Tesla Model 2 will be unveiled, with live demos, full specifications, and the famous "Reserve Now with a $1,000 refundable deposit" button going live the night of the reveal. If everything stays on schedule, the first US buyers will get their cars in Q4 2026, with Europe and the UK getting theirs in Q2 2027, and select Asia-Pacific markets getting theirs by the end of 2027. Anyone claiming a 2024 or early 2025 delivery is offering dreams, not reality. Bottom line, seeing is believing. The first production-ready Redwood prototype won't appear on stage until about 16 months from now, and the pre-order button will go live as soon as Tesla's cameras start rolling in. Austin. Steel framing for Giga Texas Phase 2, the special Redwood corridor, went up in February 2024. The budget allows for 18 months of work before mechanical completion. Right now, construction teams are adding mezzanine floors and installing cranes, which puts the end date at around August 2025. Elon Musk himself confirmed that production will begin in late 2025, and that the team will be working non-stop to be ready for Model 2's launch. Tesla usually doesn't reveal a production line until around 70% of the hardware is installed. For reference, the Model Y line was at 74%, and the Cybertruck line at 72% before they were shown. If things continue at the current pace, the Redwood line should reach 70% in Q3 2025, likely late September, just before the annual shareholder meeting. That's when we expect the first real demo and factory footage. Supplier reports back this up. The steel parts request leaked to Reuters lists a pre-production start date in week 48 of 2025, right after Thanksgiving in the US. Looking at past Tesla launches, it takes about 10 months from the first test vehicle to the first customer delivery. That means the calendar points to October 20th, 2026 for the first US customer to get their car, with Europe and the UK following in Q2 2027, and some Asia-Pacific markets getting deliveries by late 2027. Regulations put clear limits on optimism. Federal safety standards require crash data submitted 180 days before any car can be sold. A public records search on May 29, 2025, showed 0 Redwood filings. Even if Tesla submitted today, that window wouldn't close until late December 2025. That's before they could finish EPA range tests or European crash tests. Add in 90 days to finalize Tesla's new full self-driving Phoenix software, and it becomes legally impossible to start volume deliveries in 2025. Suppliers are saying the same thing. Taiwan's Hoda Industrial, Tesla's gearbox partner, told shareholders that Redwood will ramp up in the second half of 2026 and peak in 2027. Battery supplier CATL is reserving around 20 GWh of LFP cells for Redwood, starting in fiscal 2026. These contracts rule out any chance of high volume in 2025. The missing pre-order page on Tesla's site is another hint. Since the Roadster 2 deposit issues, Tesla only opens reservations after a public event. No link means the reveal hasn't happened yet. Expect the $1,000 deposit page to go live just minutes after the keynote in Austin, likely in late September 2025, when the factory line is up and running. History supports this timeline. Model 3 took 16 months from its March 31, 2016 reveal to deliveries in July 2017. Model Y took 12 months. Cybertruck took 48 months from reveal to delivery. Excluding Cybertruck, the average reveal to delivery gap is 14 months. If Model 2 is shown in September 2025, that puts the first deliveries around November 2026. That lines up with what factory reports, supplier contracts, and legal timelines are already saying. Stick around. Our next part focuses on safety. Can a shorter EV still pass crash tests? Hit subscribe and let's break it all down. So, what will the Tesla Model 2 actually be like? Yes, the Model 2 will be a compact, 5-seat hatchback with 4 doors, measuring 4.1 meters or 161 inches long. Specs already locked in include a 48 kWh LFP battery, 250 to 300 miles of EPA range, and 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 6 seconds. In simple terms, it's roomy enough for a small family, quick enough to feel like a Tesla, and lighter than most EVs in its class. Its size and specs put it right in the same category as the Volkswagen ID.3 and Chevrolet Bolt EUV. The Model 2 is about 4.1 meters long, with a 2.6 meter wheelbase, that's 15 centimeters shorter than the ID.3, and 20 centimeters shorter than the Bolt EUV. Leaked CAD files show it has 400 liters of trunk space, with the back seats up, more than VW, and close to GM's taller crossover. Target weight is around 1,550 kilograms, which is 170 kilograms less than the VW, and over 100 kilograms lighter than the Chevy. That's thanks to a structural battery and large aluminum cast parts. Aerodynamics matter too. Tesla's team is aiming for a drag coefficient of 0.23. Which is better than the ID.3's 0.26 and much better than the Bolt's 0.32. This lower drag, lighter body, and compact size mean the battery doesn't have to be huge to offer great range. The battery is a 48 kWh structural LFP unit, made on Cell Line 3 at Giga Texas. The chemistry matches what Tesla mentioned in Master Plan Part 3, and lines up with CATL's contract for 20 GWh starting in 2026. Test cars with that battery already reached 250 miles EPA range. An optional long-range pack boosts that to over 300 miles using a larger cathode, but the same cell design. The car will use a 220 kilowatts rear motor, shared with the new Model 3 Highland. It can go 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 6 seconds. Faster than the ID.3 and close to the Chevy, even with a smaller battery. Supercharger tests show 170 kilowatts peak charging, meaning 10 to 80% in just 22 minutes. Why 4 doors when early drawings showed a coupe? 3 reasons. First, US crash rules are easier to meet with 2 small rear doors. Second, Tesla's UX team studied 50,000 parking sessions And found parents with kids hated two-door setups. 83% rejected it. Third, casting both rear doors. Symmetrically saves cost and speeds up production. Open the hatch and it makes sense. Rear legroom is 895 mm, nearly the same as the Model 3. Headroom is 1000 mm in front and 965 mm in back. Beating the Bolt even with a lower roof. Fold the seats down and cargo space grows to 1,130 liters. Tesla's internal test fit a whole dresser in the back, without removing the shelf. The exterior is built for low cost and low drag. The roof arcs smoothly from front to back, giving it a sleek look. Flush glass, matching door handles, and tight panel gaps improve build quality. A full-width LED strip on each end doubles as turn signals. Taken from Model 3 Highland. 18-inch basalt fiber aero caps are standard, with 19-inch forged T-blade wheels on summer tires. That cut 0.2 seconds off the 0 to 60 time. Even the paint is designed for speed. It's a new Arbor green. Made with BASF, that bakes 30% faster. Saving energy and factory time. Official documents back up these design clues. In October 2024, Tesla filed a design patent for a compact hatch. The drawings matched the 4.1M prototype within 2%. A January 2025 tooling deal with Mobileye mentions a Redwood R55 rear hatch rated for 68 kilograms. Perfect for a glass and aluminum tailgate. Not a trunk. China's MIIT April 2025 catalog lists cars 4,140 mm long and 1,540 mm tall, matching CAD files. And spy shots from Sweden in March. Together, this confirms the car's design and timeline. Redwood's reveal will happen when the factory line hits 70% installation, a milestone Tesla usually celebrates with a full demo. How will the Tesla Model 2 drive across the desert? On one charge. That's where range, safety, and everyday comfort come in. Most cheap EVs fall short here. Tesla's engineering docs and government filings say the Model 2 will carry the same safety standards as other Teslas, and go farther than most sub-$30K EVs in real-world use. If the official price of Model 2 is $19,000, but after incentives, you only pay around $12,000, would you reserve one that night? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you want more cool info on Tesla EVs or the Tesla bot, please like this video and share it. Be sure to subscribe to Tesla Car World and turn on notifications so you don't miss our latest updates. Thanks for the support. And we'll see you next time. Battery. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the Tesla Model 2 and want more updates on electric cars, Tesla news, and future tech, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a future upload. Speech balloon. Got questions or thoughts about the Model 2? Drop them in the comments below, we read every one. Automobile. Until next time, stay charged and stay curious. This is Tesla Car World, and we'll see you in the next video.